Welcome to another episode of Gardener on a Mission with me, Tony, the tiny gardener. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to plant up a couple of little planters here with some half-price annuals that I ordered from Jerry and Jenny at Creekside Nursery. Now, you'll notice during this video that these aren't looking just perfect, but that's not Jerry and Jenny's fault or Creekside Nursery's fault. That's my fault. First of all, when they came in, I didn't get them right out of the box. They sat there for almost a week, which I highly don't. You don't need to do this. When you order anything online, plant-wise, as soon as it comes in, you need to take it out of the box so it can get. Even if you're not going to plant it, you need to get it out of the box so it can, get fresh air and sunlight and stuff. Now, as I said, they're looking a little shabby, but that's because I left them in the boxes. Haven't been taking very good care of them, but we're going to get them in today and get them watered in good. I've watered these, but I'll water them again after I get them in these pots. Now, these are a couple of good sized pots I have here. I think this is almost 20 inches across, maybe even more. I like these pots. Got them a couple of years ago at Costco. I like the color, I like the size. As you can see, like I said, a lot of leaves fell off when I took them out of the box after they'd been in there for a week with no sunlight. So that was a big part of the reason why there's no leaves. But these will fill in real quick. And I'm going to pack these containers full because it is at the end of the season and I got to get these things going pretty good. You can see this is pretty root bound. We'll just scar up the roots a little bit. All right. Put that one in. Get the hole a little too deep. Still a little too deep. There we go. Sprinkle a little. I've been thinking about this, putting a biotone starter fertilizer in the bottom of the hole. I've been wondering if it'd be better to wait till you get the plant in the hole and get it backfilled and then put the biotone and then water it in and let it soak down in. Because I was like, if we're putting that in the bottom of the hole, just watching that right on through, that was just me always thinking. So I'm going to start maybe putting it around the hole after I plant it. Now, this here that I'm planting, these are Sunpatiens Compact Red. Impatiens don't typically take sun, as we all know, but these are called Sunpatiens, as I'm sure a lot of you have had experience with already, but for those who haven't, these will take the sun. Now, this porch here is facing the east, so it'll have morning sun, be in the shade in the afternoon. So that may even be better for these little fellas. Now, like I said, I'm going to plant these things full. I'm going to get them full. So that they look like the end of the season already, although they're not. I mean, these are nowhere near what they'll look like or would have looked like if I had planted these earlier in the year. All right, let's get these in the hole. Get these in the pot, I guess I should say. I hope your garden is done well this year. I'll do a little update at the end of this. Just stick around to the end. I'll do a little 4 or 5 week update on the mailbox that I planted late. I've just been late. The last couple of years, I've just been late with everything. We'll get there. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to put 4 of these impatiens in each of these pots. Then I got 4, what are these called? Sweet Caroline, Sweetheart, Jet Black, sweet potato vines. 4 of them. I probably would have just put 1 or 2 in this pot if I'd have planted these earlier in the season. I'm going to get these stuffed full to make them look like they've been here all year, although they haven't. And we'll give them a lot of TLC and get them watered in at the end here. And I'm also going to put for my centerpieces, although they may not until they start growing. And I would just put 1 of these, but again, stuffing these full for the end of the season. So I'm going to put 2 of them in here, 2 centerpieces. This is another Proven Winners, one of their Coleuses. You can see it's all got a bunch of new little growth on it off all those leaves that fell off. So they're already trying to revive themselves. Part of the Proven Winners Color Blaze series. This one's called Sedona Sunsets. I don't know if you can see this from back there. You probably can't see it. We'll show it anyway. But I don't know, what does it say on that card that the height of this is? 40 inches. So 3.5 feet. And that's not putting in a pot. Put it in a pot, it's probably going to be much taller. There's that one. I'll stick this other one in there. So as I started to say, I hope your gardens have all done well this summer. The summer here in Northeast Ohio, whew, I think our high has been running 15 degrees or more above the average high. Looks like this vine, when it has new growth, it comes out kind of green. Again, here's this vine is trying to survive, even though I've been abusing it. I'm going to put these, I'm going to weave them through because they're leggy. I just like Proven Winter annuals. I like Proven Winter plants, period. They seem to do the best for me. Like I said, I'd probably only put 1 or 2 of these in here. I'm going to put 4. So get this thing full quick. And again, kind of weave it through. Gotta sprinkle a little. Another thing about these organic fertilizers from Espoma, I'm sure you could burn, but you'd really have to over fertilize to burn them up, burn anything. Let's get 2 more in. So there's a little one that's dying off of that. See how green that is? New growth there. All right, at this point, I'm going to let you just kind of enjoy maybe some music, because I'm not much of a jibber jabberer. All right, there's that one. So let's get going. This time, I think I'll put the vines in first. Might have been what I should have done on the other one. Live and learn. I tend to not always plan everything all the way through. Come out there, baby. Get him hanging. Get him doing this, maybe. You can say, this is a big pot. And you may say, that takes a lot of potting soil, potting mix, not soil, mix, to fill that up. And you would be correct. But I reuse this potting mix. Since you're putting all the fertilizer in, you're using water-soluble fertilizer throughout the year, you should be in good shape. All right, where's my, here you go. Here's the next one. These babies are good and leggy. Getting very dark. I don't know if you guys can still see or not. So may have to, you know what I probably should do? Since you already watched me plant that one, I should probably go ahead and give you the end of the video and show you the 5-week update on the mailboxes. Get out there and do that real quick. I've got some terracotta pots with a persimmon Supertunia Vista and Supertunia Mini Vista Yellow that I bought at Lowe's. They were dead, basically, but they're coming back. I also want to show you this little area right here. See all this? This bed here is about 10 feet wide and probably going to be about 30 feet long. You can see right now it's just overgrown with weeds. It's a mountain. The previous owner mounted this up so high, it's like climbing Mount Everest. I'm going to cut all this down. I'm going to take a lot of this out, and this is a future project. I'm going to make a beautiful bed here. Already kind of started drawing up some plans, being maybe a summerific hibiscus, a couple of evergreens in there, but that's the plan for that bed. Now let's go out here, give you a 5-week update on the mailbox recipe. You see, I didn't think this through. I want the coleus on the back of this, and then step down to the petunias. That's usually how I do these beds. But last year, when I was doing it, I was like, all right, these sunpatiens aren't, if I put them in the middle, where I generally would have, they would gotten buried. So I put them and then put the coleus in the middle, the Albrido coleus. Well, that worked. If you go back and look, like I said, maybe I'll put it up. Well, this year I did this Wicked Witch coleus by Proven Winners, Supertunia Vista, Jazzberry, and I lined in the middle lemon coral sedum, not thinking. Should have put the lemon coral sedum here where the coleus is and put the coleus perfectly. So you can see, you don't even see the lemon coral sedum. The Supertunia jazzberry and the coleus has totally buried the lemon coral sedum. I guess maybe I need to see if I can get in there and dig it out and put it somewhere else. Lesson learned. I should have figured that out. It just, again, me being in too big of a hurry, not thinking. But these things just grow like crazy. I don't know why there's like a little bald spot right there. Probably because some deer have been out here eating my flowers, petunia buds. So that's the update on that. Here's this side of the driveway, the mailbox recipe, and you can see the living coral sedum. You can still see some of it in there, and the coleus is starting to take over. Actually, that one, the fourth one over there, is already buried. Third one's about half. These two will be buried before long. Let me give you an update on this rudbeckia. You can see it's all loaded with beautiful flowers. This one was called, I think this was part of a series they called Dakota, and this one's called Red Shield. Look at all those blooms on it. Also, you can see down here, it's a little shorter. That's because some critter came and ate right there. It was so fuzzy, I wasn't thinking about anybody eating it, but somebody came and ate. I don't know if you can see the ones they ate, but you can also see there's new buds coming. So it's growing, but it's just a little shorter than these. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's getting dark. I need to finish that pot, get in the house. I truly appreciate your support and your viewing my videos. Hope to see you in the next one. Arrivederci.